After 4 years they came back with the new album, and I have to say this may be even one of the best death metal releases in 2024. Hello there, I'm Anthony, and today we are gonna talk about Ulcerate's new album, proudly entitled Cutting the Throat of God. I guess the metal community who watches me perfectly knows what the band is, but I will explain for all of you. Because Ulcerate is a band that actually created the sound of modern death metal. They are from New Zealand and they have been playing widely understood progressive technical death metal for a long time. And by the way, they started using dissonance in their music very early, at similar time when Deathspell Omega also started using it as well. And I didn't choose the band without a reason, obviously, because now both of them are big inspirations for lots of dissonant black and death metal artists, which even released some new albums this year. Like probably my homies from Hecaton Hair and Venomous Echoes, but also such Sacrificial Vein or Asphalt Grieving have the similar vibes. But now let's focus on Ulcerate's music, because new album has a lot to offer. Unfortunately, I listened only to 3 Ulcerate's albums, the newest one, the previous one, so Stare into Death and Be Still, and The Coming of Genocide. But the difference between Coming of Genocide and the latest album shows how much the band actually has evolved. For example, the production on the Coming of Genocide was dirty and it just sounded like older death metal release. But even then, guys tried to put some dissonance on the album and they did very well actually. But the latest 2 albums are beautifully produced. And there is no huge difference between The Coming of Genocide and Stare into Death and Be Still, because only 14 years, but in that time they achieved a lot, while the latest album isn't so different from the previous one when it comes to sound, but it's because they bring similar kinds of innovation into music. Huge diversity of riffs, great drum arrangements, and deep growling vocal. And these 3 things make the new album so great. For example, first track emanates with such diversity. While my favorite drums are here on the 3rd track. The vocals are pretty similar on every track, but they are all awesome. And on every track of the album you can actually find lots of different things, and it makes the album so unique on the scale of other death metal releases. And as lots of different bands, they also experiment with pace changing, but without losing the rhythm. I would like to point out that the new album of Ulcerate is pretty similar to my personal favorite of 2024, so Quadrat's Horrible Dissonance of Oblivion, which also has such wild drum arrangements, but more aggressive riffs. And I only like Quadrat's new album more than Ulcerate's because I'm more biased towards black metal, because Quadrat is just definitely more blacky while Ulcerate is strictly death metal. But I have already spent a few hours with Cutting the Throat of God, and these were great hours. So I guess I have to encourage you to listen to the whole album to discover the vibes hidden in it. And for now, thanks for watching the video. If you like my content here, then please like this video and hit the subscribe button. Every support means a lot to me, and see you later in next reviews, I hope.